Hello, my dear students. Today we will discuss about introduction to microprocessor. Before going to discuss about microprocessor, first we will go with what are the devices we are seeing in our daily life. So what are the devices we are observing in the daily life? Suppose let us consider in my room what are the devices I have. The first one is fan, and the second one is light, and third one is computer, and the fourth one is mobile phone, and the fifth one is remote control. So you also observed so many devices. So what my question is, out of these 5 devices, which device consists of microprocessor, which device does not consist microprocessor? So the students please respond. Dear students, I am telling that please, if you know if you are good at basics, then the subject is very easy. I am telling that. So once again I am telling the microprocessor subject is very easy if you know the basics. If you know the basics, the subject is very easy. So first one, fan. In the fan is microprocessor is there? Say yes or no. Tell me students, please respond. In the microprocessor is there? No. In light? No. In computer is microprocessor is there? Yes. In mobile phone is there? Yes. In remote control microprocessor is there? Yes. Microprocessor is there? Yes. Now coming to the fan. Why the fan not required microprocessor? How you can operate a fan? How you can operate a fan? So the fan will be operated. If you want to make fan switch on and off, simply you go to the switchboard. You go to the switchboard. You will press the on button. Then the fan will be rotate. Yes or no? If you want to make it off, simply press the off button. Then the fan will be off. So this is the operation fan. Now coming to the light. In the light microprocessor is there? No. In the same, if you make on, the light will glow. Otherwise light will be off. In computer is microprocessor is there? Yes. In mobile phone, in microprocessor is there? Yes. In remote control mobile phone, in remote control microprocessor is there? Yes. Dear students, please pay attention. So what you can observe from this, and which devices microprocessor is there and which devices microprocessor is not there. What I am telling is, please pay attention that wherever the programming is there, there must be a microprocessor. There must be a microprocessor. There may be a programming, there must be a microprocessor. Dear students, please listen carefully. So how remote control? In the remote control microprocessor is there? Yes. So how you can make air conditioner on and off? If you want to make air conditioner increase the temperature, how you will increase the temperature of air conditioner? Simply by pressing the buttons in the remote control temperature button, it will increase. Is there any magic is involved there? No. By using remote control, if you increase the temperature button, it is going. So how that the total will be operated? Using programming. Some program will be written. Programming. Mobile phone. Is mobile phone microprocessor is there? Yes. In the mobile, so many mobile phones. All mobile phones consist of microprocessor. That also there is a programming. And coming to computer, computer is also the programming is there. So what I am telling is, wherever the programming is there, there must be a microprocessor. There must be a microprocessor. Wherever you see the day life, if you see anything, there is a related to the programming, there must be a processor. There is a programming. There must be a processor. Please try to understand. Very important. there is a programming, there must be a processor, right? Suppose let us consider some example. Let us consider one example in our traffic light control system. Let us consider traffic light control system. In traffic light control system, is microprocessor is there or not? You please tell me. So in total our classes we represent microprocessor with MUP. Please, dear students. In microprocessors we can represent with MUP, right? In the traffic light control system, microprocessor is there or not? You please tell me at first. In the traffic light control system, right? There are three lights will be there: red, yellow, and green. Red, yellow, and green. Yes or no? Red, yellow, and green. Right? Suppose in the traffic, right? In the junction, this is junction. So we will put here traffic light, right? So when we are pressing red button for 15 seconds, that means the vehicles will be stopped for 15 seconds. After 15 seconds, it will blow yellow. This is red, and after that it will go for green. So this is totally done by what? We will write the one programming simply by putting the loop. In the loop, if we put that, then the total will be operated. That. So here what is required here? The programming is required. Here the programming is required. So whenever the programming is required, again I told there must be a processor. There must be a processor is involved. So that's why in the traffic light control system there must be a processor. Dear students, please try to understand. So what I conclude is, wherever the programming is required, there must be a processor. There must be a processor. Right? Now, so where we can see the microprocessor in our computer system, where we can observe microprocessor in our computer. Dear students, please, some of the students don't know where the microprocessor is there or not. Some students also don't know. Dear students, please pay attention. Where we can observe microprocessor in our computer, right? So let us consider some computer block diagram. Computer, right? This is a monitor, right? Dear students, monitor this is, and there is a keypad. Monitor, and there is a keypad, and there is a mouse, and there is a CPU, and there is a printer. Right. Where we can observe microprocessor in our computer. Please, dear students, please tell me. Respond, please. How we can observe microprocessor in CPU, please. In CPU, microprocessor is there. Where exactly it is located? Where exactly the microprocessor is located? So where means, so in the CPU, if you open the CPU, there is a motherboard. There is a motherboard. In the motherboard, if you open, there is a part called heatsink. Below the heatsink, there is a cooling fan. Nowadays, we are using this cooling fan. Previous days, there is no cooling fan. If you open this cooling fan, you can observe microprocessor. You can observe microprocessor. Dear students, please try to understand where we can observe the microprocessor in our computer system. Before going to discuss about all these, first you should know where the microprocessor exactly located. In the motherboard, it's in cooling fan. If you open the cooling fan, there is a microprocessor, right? So this is about microprocessor. Now suppose I want to buy a computer. Of course, if you want to buy a computer, what you will ask when you are going to the shop? When you are going to the shop, what you will ask to buy a computer? Simply, sir, please give me the computer. No, don't, please. As a technical student, you must know the configuration. you must know the configuration. That means, so present microprocessor, which microprocessor presently we are using? Dear students, please tell me which microprocessor we are using presently. Presently we are using Intel Core i7 processor. Intel i7 microprocessor we are using. Yes or no, please? Once you check your laptop, once you check your computer, we are using Intel i7 or i3 or i5 processor. The present processor is i7 processor. Dear students, please. Now, which type of RAM? RAM 8 GB RAM. Sir, I want 8 GB RAM. Next, third, I want 1 TB hard disk. I want 1 TB hard disk. Next, I want HD monitor. Sir, I want HD monitor. Next, sir, I want graphic card for playing games. I want graphic card for playing games. And next, what do you want? Tell me. Wireless mouse, sir. I want wireless mouse. A keypad. So you can ask all these things. You can ask all these things when you are asking about a configuration. This is very important point. The important point again I am telling. i7 microprocessor. Intel i7 microprocessor. Right? So now coming to our subject. In our subject, what we are having is 8086 microprocessor. We are having what? 8086 microprocessor. So sir, what sir? Presently we are using i7 processor, sir. Presently we are using which processor? i7 processor, sir. So why we were knowing about this 8086? Sir, why we are knowing about this 8086 microprocessor? So many students will ask this question. Sir, we will directly learn this i7 processor, sir. Why you are going about 8086? Dear students, please listen carefully. If you want to write a English poetry, will you write English poetry without knowing alphabets ABC? Without knowing grammar, will you write? You please tell me. Dear students, you please tell me. Without knowing these alphabets, without knowing, will you write English poetry? No. Will you write? No, not at all. So if you want to know about i7 processor, we must know about the basic microprocessor architectures. That's why we should know the microprocessor families. The first important microprocessor families. I will explain these things very clearly in the next classes, but for understanding I am telling this. Microprocessor family. First microprocessor is 8085. And next we go for 8086. And next we go for 80186. And next 80286. 80386. 80486. 80586. Then very important processor. Which one it is? Pentium 1. Next Pentium 2. Pentium 3. Pentium 4. Next Core 2 Duo. Next i3, i5, i7. See, this is the very important one. If you want to know about i7 microprocessor, we should know about these 8085 and 8086 microprocessors. 8085 and 8086 microprocessors. This 8085 is 8-bit microprocessor. 8085 is 8-bit microprocessor. 8086 is 16-bit microprocessor. 16-bit microprocessor. This is very important. In our syllabus, we are having this microprocessor. Dear students, please let me understand this 8086. If you want to know about this i7 processor, we must know about these basic processors. Then we can clearly understand these all microprocessors. These are microprocessors, right? So in the next class, we will discuss about what is the definition of microprocessor and what is meant by compiling and what is meant by assembling, what is meant by decoding. These all we will explain in the next class. Until then, please take care. Thank you so much.